Hello, and welcome back to Shimmer's Adventures. I'm Shimmer, and this is episode 2 of our series, New Player Information. Do note that the information I provide is probably only a snippet of what new players could use to help their adventure, but that doesn't make this video invaluable. Before we get into the big beef of the video, I'm going to talk a little bit about emotes. Emotes are, of course, in the game. You have a series of emotes that you are capable of using immediately, but there are some emotes in the game that you will have to unlock through, I believe, quests or guild related or maybe cash shop related. I can't remember, so I don't want to confirm that. Now we're going to talk about basic combat real quick. It's non-tab targeted. It is action based. What that means is while you can place your skills on an action bar, you're more than likely either going to use your W, A, S, D, E, R, Q, and F keys along with your mouse keys instead of your action bar in order to perform your attacks. And the reason for this is quite simple. It's to make it way more fluid. It's to make it way more realistic and a lot more fun. For instance, if I want to fire a fireball, I'm going to have to press the S key, and then I'm going to have to click the left mouse click button right afterwards. Now we're going to talk about mounts, and there are many types of mounts so far in the game. You have your donkey, your horse, you have a wagon, you have an elephant, you have a camel, and you have your raft and boat for the water. For your horse, horses are used for travel, trading, and fighting. Yes, there is mounted combat in this game. You can either purchase or catch one horse in the wild. There are about 10 different talents for your horses. Some better for travel, some are better for battle, and some are better for transport. It is possible to breed 2 horses if you have a male and a female horse. This is important because you can level horses through tiers from breeding. Say if you have 2 tier level 3 horses, you can breed those 2 together and it might give you a proc of a tier 4 or maybe a tier 5 horse. And that's better because that's a faster horse for you. You will need armor for your horse if you want to perform battle-wise with that horse. If you want to do mounted combat, you have to get a special set of gear for your horse. If you're looking to be an expert trader, your wagon is your bread and butter. It allows for a larger carrying capacity for your goods and materials, and it's a must-have at later stages of the game for your trading needs. It's also quite expensive. It's recommended that you travel by the roads because if you travel off-road in this game on your wagon, you have a chance to damage. The camel is a mount I don't know much about. From what I've read, it's perfect for the Black Desert region in the game. Now, the Black Desert region is an actual location within the game, and it's not just the name of the game that we play. From what I hear, the Black Desert is pretty hardcore to the point where you're going to need water to stay hydrated, and you're going to need a tent to avoid sandstorms. Now, this mount is my favorite. This mount is called the Elephant, and you get this from doing activities with your guild. And this is such a badass mount for this game. You have 3 people that can ride it. You have the person who drives it and controls the elephant. You have 2 other people on the elephant as well who are capable of attacking. Why, I believe you throw spears with it, but this thing is just ridiculous. The elephant can swing its head and attack characters with its tusks and knock people out of its way. It's just an all-around badass, and you don't want to be in its way unless you have a large group of people. Here's another one of my personal favorites, the raft and the boat. These are obviously used for traveling the seas, and why is because Black Desert Online is actually seamless. Unless you're logging in for the first time in the day, you don't have to experience any loading screens, and that means that you can go from one point of the map to the other without having to face one of those loading screens, even if that means having to cross an ocean to do it. Now, in order to cross that ocean, you're going to need your raft and your boat, and those take an ass load of resources. Everyone's already shown how ridiculous it takes just to make a raft, and rafts are probably the most simplest boats in the game so far. It's insane, but you feel so good after you've made that boat that you just don't care about the resources anymore because you made it. It's an accomplishment. But no more going on about that. But You can use these rafts and boats to even go out there into the ocean and go whale hunting. And that means, yeah, if you want to be Captain Ahab and whoop some whale ass, go ahead and do it. Now here, real quick, I just wanted to show you that you have the ability to lean up against walls on this game. And while I'm not showing it in this particular clip, when you're leaning up against this wall, you have like a Hawkeye ability where you can zoom out and explore the map a little bit. It's really cool. Now we get to talk about questing. Questing is obviously something that people really want to know about. So you have 3 types of quests in this game so far from what I have been told. You have your Black Spirit story quests, you have your issued by NPC quests, and then you have your guild quests. Your Black Spirit story quests are your main story, and this Black Spirit is actually a character in the game, and he's really important to your overall story. He's that creepy little black bastard you're going to see in a minute, and he just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger throughout the story. He has a pedophile smile, and he's just all around unpleasant to talk to. And I just really want to punch him in the face sometimes because he's clearly out for only his best interest and not yours. He just keeps sending you out there and out there and out there to fight stronger and stronger mobs. And there he is right now. I fucking hate you, guy. Fuck off. Now, then you have your NPC quests. Those are your side quests. Those are also important for things like bag slots and potions, your health and mana potions. There are no dedicated healers in this game, so mana potions and health potions are really going to be a necessary thing. So don't just throw those out of your bag if you're new. Yeah, it's not gonna fly, guys. You really need those potions really badly. And then you have your guild quests. And these are really cool because they help involve the players of the game even more. Your guild quests can be issued by your guild master, which is a player. You know, the person, your leader of your guild. Now, that guild master can issue these quests from a drop-down menu to the players in their guild, and these quests help level up the guild. It gives the guild some sort of guild points or experience for their kills. Now, before we go on, I just want to point out that I just saw a player on a horse without any type of armor on attacking. So, I'm not entirely sure whether or not armor is completely necessary to attack, but I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that. But it did seem really cool. I mean, she was shooting arrows from riding a horse, and, you know, I think that's every Legolas fanboy's little dream there, isn't it, guys? Yeah. Legolas fanboys want to shoot arrows while riding a horse and be cool with your long blonde hair. Now let's move on to inventory, cash shop, auction house pricing, and no player trading. You don't start out with a full inventory. You can unlock inventory slots through questing or buying inventory slots with real money on a cash shop. Whether or not the cash shop is pay to win is currently debatable throughout the community. Costumes, mounts, boats, inventory slots, and other aesthetic items are available at the cash shop. Costumes have certain stats on them which may increase experience, luck which affects your drop and loot from mobs at the same level as you. You can hide your name or guild plates above your avatar, which helps with PvP ganking, and a lot of other fun and interesting things. There are also dyes and certain types of potions for yourself and your armor for the dyes. Let's move on to the auction house set pricing. The player auction house in this game has a floor and ceiling set price that you can't go below or above when selling an item. This is a great idea because it helps create a stable economy and that you can't undercut the market at certain times to take advantage or dominate it, and you also can't overprice items if the market sees an advantage of demand for your supply. Now we're going to talk about various mini-games and housing in Black Desert. Mini-games are just like little side tasks, like for crafting or quests or certain things that you're going to have to do. They make the game a little more interesting and fun. You can milk cows. What I'm trying to do here is travel with a wheelbarrow. It's really fucking annoying. As you can see, I suck at it. Chimney cleaning, yeah. I saw somebody sheep herding. They actually picked up a sheep and ran off with it. Some sort of running races. There are relationships you can build with NPCs. You can go hunting. Saw somebody shoot a damn bird out of the sky. Musical instruments, scavenging, farming, a whole different slew of other things that's really going to keep you interested and busy playing down the road. Now with housing in this game is non-instance, but it's also controlled in that each city and town, specific areas within the world, already types of houses and buildings established where you can just go to that building and say, hey, I want to buy this or rent it or whatever. Now, in order to get one, you're going to have to rent. So that means if you go and choose your house, you're going to have to pay a weekly rent for that in silver. There are thousands of options to choose from. One character can own several houses, but it is impossible for one character to own all of the property within BDO. That's just impossible. There are way too many. You can decorate your own houses as you choose. You can place different cabinets, tables, carpets, and the interface for decorating is easy and convenient for the player. Some furniture can help you in crafting, and other furniture can give you special temporary buffs if you go up to and click on it. Now, to conclude today, we're going to talk about server information, character selection, switching characters, and switching channels, and what's to come for my future videos. For server and channel information, there are going to be 4 servers in total. There's going to be 2 for European version of the release game, and there's going to be 2 for North American version of the release game. Now, for European version, your server names are going to be Alustin and Jordan, and North American names are going to be Eden and Orwin. Now, there are going to be, I believe, 5 channels per server, but don't quote me on that. It can always change. You could switch your characters between channels whenever you wish, with, I believe, a 10-minute cooldown on it. Channels are basically servers within a server. So you're going to have 5 different channels, for instance, on the server Eden. And with that, it means that if you want to avoid a certain player within a channel on your server, or perhaps a grinding spot that you're in on channel 1 is pretty full, you can switch from channel 1 to, say, channel 3. That means you'll have to avoid, that means you'll be able to avoid, rather, that annoying player, or find that grinding spot that isn't as flooded on channel 1 as it would be on channel 3. And I think that's a great addition to the game, and it's really going to help smooth things out, especially through launch. That's a big thing everyone's excited and also cautious about is Black Desert Online's launch and how smoothly it should go. Now, to conclude tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about what's to come for my videos. First, we're going to talk a little bit about guild information, conquest, sieges, world, PvP, arenas. We're going to get some videos in there about fishing. I'm really excited about fishing, making boats. I want to get some videos of crafting, workers. You'll see out in the open world of this game, there are lots of peons just out there cutting down wood and mining and killing monsters or whatever. Those are actually workers that players are hiring in order to do work for them. And that's, I mean, that's the beauty of a player-driven economy in this kind of game, is that when you see the results and you see the effects of players' decisions out there affecting the world of the game and the sandbox environment, you really get another sense of realism that just other games cannot provide, and that's another thing I'm really excited for. So workers, nodes, boss scrolls. You can actually summon bosses through scrolls with your guild or party or yourself. World bosses. There's a dynamic weather system that I'd like to get into and discuss a little about to explain to you guys. It's really cool and interesting. Whale hunting. You can go out there, of course, and be Captain Ahab and hunt your ass some whale. And I'm actually going to do beginner class guides for every class as well. And Episode 3 is actually going to start recording on February 28th when I play the game again. That's the start of the head start. And Episode 3 is actually going to be the start of the class guides, and that's going to be the sorceress. She's like a kung fu magic ninja, and she's really fluid in combat, and she looks like she can kick a hell of a lot of ass. So I'm really excited to play the class, really excited to play Black Desert Online starting February 28th, really excited that you guys are watching my videos, and really entertained by the fact that I can talk you guys to death. So please, if you liked the video, like, comment, or subscribe. Check back later for more. If you have any other information for me, please message it to me or comments in below. So yeah, take care guys, and thanks for watching.